Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back with Afan Lido and Football Manager 15. So, the last game you saw with Football Manager 15 was me winning the Champions League final versus Inter Milan, and that was on the last day before Football Manager Beta came out, actually, so I just got it out in time. But the thing was, before that beta, that was put out quite late, I'd played a lot of games, a lot of seasons of Afan Lido after that. I'm actually in 2045 now. I played 10 more years since that Man City result. So, I want to do a bit of a big review here. But if you want, I've made reviews for each year. And I've made save points for each year, the February and the final one. So if you want that, you can ask for it, and I'll put on like a specific year, and I can review those years and go through and sort of, along with Avellino and the other saves going up, I can put this up every other day or something, and you can go through what happened with Lido after the Champions League. Some of it will be older stuff, some of it will be newer stuff, like some already pre-recorded some of its new recordings. So yeah, but I just want to take you through a quick little rundown of what actually happened after that Champions League. So this is the 2034-25 season. We won versus Inter, and then the next season, so that means we went on. We had the Euro Super Cup, and we actually won this game. I think I've got it recorded, so if you want to watch that game, we can. We won it 2-1. Illich and an own goal put us up. We actually went to extra time against Benfica. They're a very good team, and we actually won that game. And we pretty much dominated the league. We had a 10-0 win against Convi there. We had our Champions League group of CSKA, Milan, and Liverpool, who are very, very good. We actually had the Club World Championships, and we actually won that. We won it 2-2, actually, on penalties after we went through to extra time. We beat Saitama United, I think they're Japanese, in the semis, and we beat Club America in the finals. I think it's glitched a bit, hasn't it? There we go. So we beat them in the finals. We won the Premier League Cup again, and then we had the Champions League knockout round. We played Leverkusen, drew 2-2 away, and then won 4-0 at home. Champions League quarterfinal, we beat Shakhtar 2-1 away and 2-1 at home. Champions League semi-final, we actually lost in. We just lost 3-1 to Monaco and 1-0 at home. So we went out, and that was it. We didn't get to another final. We lost in the semi-final again. In the Welsh Cup final, we actually won 7-3. But I'll take you through the Champions League, like who's won or what, when we get to that. So next year round, we went for Champions League again. We actually had dropped in coefficients due to the other teams not doing so well, and we had to go through the qualifiers. We played Slovan Bratislava and Malmo. Then we had a group. It was Benfica, AZ, Zenit. Got through that. Won the Premier League final again. Beat Porto in the first knockout round, 3-0 and 4-0. Then we had the quarterfinals. Beat City 2-0 at home. Lost 1-0 away, so we went through that. Champions League semi-final. We beat PSG 3-0 and then drew 2-2 at home. And then with the Champions League final again, and this time we lost 3-1. Jadon Theis for Juventus just putting us to the sword, getting a hat-trick there. So that was another penalty. That was actually another Champions League final lost there. So that was very disappointing. So we went to the next season, got back our coefficient, so we went straight to the group stage. Shakhtar, Sevilla, and Galatasaray in the groups. And I think we finished top of that group, went through there. We had Juventus, actually, the team that had beaten us in the first knockout round. And we lost 2-1 away. And then one of the most incredible things happened. We won 7-2 at home. It is unbelievable. I don't know how or why, but we smashed them. Rangelov got 2, Radovic got 2, Slavica got 1, Tomlinson and Lukic got 1. And we won bloody 8-4 on aggregate. It's just incredible. One of the most weirdest games I've ever seen. But yeah, so then we had Liverpool in the quarters. We drew 1-1 away and 0-0 at home as we went through on aggregate. We had Barca in the semis. We beat them 3-1 away, which was ridiculous, and then 1-0 at home after Veselinovic actually got sent off. Tomlinson scored. And then we had the Champions League final, and we played versus Fiorentina, and we won 1-0, and we won our second Champions League in 2037-38. So that was pretty fantastic there. So next season on, after that, we had everything changed there. There you go. We had actually the Vincent Day testimonial. We beat Dortmund on the Euro Super Cup after a 0-0 draw, and we beat them on penalties. Champions League group of Sporting, Marseille, and Sparta Prague. We pretty much dominated it. Then we had the Club Championship semi-final versus Club America, won that. Then beat Sao Paulo after extra time. Predrag Ilic getting both goals. Won the Premier League Cup final again. Knockout round, we had Juventus again. Yes, again, we drew 1-1 away, 3-1 at home. Did very well in that. Quarterfinal, we beat Monaco 2-0 at home, 2-2 away, getting revenge for that semi-final loss. Semi-final, we drew 0-0 away to PSG, and then somehow we beat them 4-0 at home. And then the final came around, versus Man City, the team that had beaten us in that first first final, and we smashed them 3-0 to win our third Champions League final and back-to-back Champions League finals. So it's pretty insane. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling stuff if you want to go through the reviews, but this is sort of just a roundup of the next 10 years of what happened after we did it. So we just Ilic finally stepped up in the Champions League. This was his moment, and he's got 3 goals there. So we go into the 2040s now. We beat the Euro Super Cup finally, convincingly 4-1 versus Sevilla. Champions League group of Zenit, Genoa, and Galatasaray, which we all won. Need to do that again. Premier League, where's Premier Top of the Championship? We beat Boca in the final 5-1, smashed it. Won another one of them. Beat Tom French in the Premier League Cup final. We had Fiorentina in the first knockout round. They actually beat us 2-1 away. And then we beat them 1-0 at home, and we actually went through on away goals. PSG in the quarters, 0-0 away, 1-0 at home. Semi-finals, 2-2 draw away to Porto, 2-0 win at home. Bang City, we beat the final, and then we got revenge on Monaco, and we won another Champions League final, our third in a row, 3-0, Ilic and Rangelov with 2. So, 4 Champions League finals now. Pretty fantastic stuff. 2040-41, we had the Euro Slavica testimonial. Beat Liverpool in the Euro Super Cup 3-0. Champions League Cup of Schalke, Marseille, and Real Madrid. A ridiculous group, which we actually got through in the end. And look at this. Our first Premier League Cup final that we didn't get to. It was a 3-3 draw with Real, and we lost some penalties. And I'll tell you why we lost this. This is because of international fixtures. And we had Radovic and we had Nelson, who are new players, I think. But they were the only players that actually play. They play in the backup team. Everyone else was a half-star youngster. So we lost there. But it gave someone else a chance to win it. We won the Club World Championship finals versus Santos 2-1, Ilic with both goals. Knockout rounds, we had Juventus yet again. Beat them 2-1 away, drew 2-2 at home to go through. It's not loading all the way. Then the quarterfinals, we had Porto again, 2-2 at home, 4-2 away. Semi-finals, we had Inter, 3-1 at home, 3-2 away, but we went through. And then we actually lost in the final to Benfica, 1-0. We dominated the entire game, and they got that 1 goal. Really frustrating game there. But we lost that, yeah. So we couldn't do 4 in a row, but we did 3 in a row. So we went back next year. Had lots of friendlies yet again. We started to tour Brazil, Japan, and USA, like I did in other ones, like FM14 and stuff. Champions League group again. We got Schalke, Inter, and Club Brugge. We lost in the Premier League Cup semi-final again. Same thing happened. 2-0 to TNS. Very annoying. Knockout rounds though. Beat Monaco 1-0 at home. 1-0 away. Drew 0-0 at home. Beat Barcelona 2-1 at home. Lost 3-2 away. But we went through on away goals. Semi-finals versus Inter. 2-1 at home. 2-2 away. So went through. And then I didn't load properly. We won the World Cup final versus TNS. And then we got revenge on Benfica. 1-0 away. Well, not away to Benfica, but 1-0 to Benfica. Predrag Ilic with the only goal to get our 5th Champions League. On to 42-43 with the Henriksen testimonial, the scorer of our first Champions League final win. Euro Super Cup versus Bastia was a 2-0 win. Champions League group of Porto, Valencia, and Bastia. Got through that. We actually got through in the Premier League Cup semi-final. Won in the Club World Championships final again, 3-0. Won the Premier League Cup final for the first time in a while, actually. Knockout stages, Zenit 3-2 and 3-0. Do this again. Come on. Where is it? Quarterfinals. We lost 1-0 away to Stade Rennais. They've come out and doing very well. Former player Suleiman Cisse, bloody 34 now. He's really made a name for himself. He is a ridiculous player now. Can't believe we got 105 caps for Ivory Coast, and we bought him for 81k and then let him go on a free to Palermo because we couldn't keep his work permit in. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we lost 1-0 away, but we beat him 6-0, and we utterly thrashed them in the quarterfinals. Juventus, again, in the semis, we won 3-0 at home, but we lost 3-1 away. Thankfully, we actually won that on aggregate. And then we had Ajax, of all people, in the Champions League final, and we won 1-0 through a Slavica goal. So that was our 6th Champions League final, and two in a row. Next year, we actually lost our first Euro Super Cup, lost 3-2 to Milan in the 93rd minute. Very annoying there. Champions League group of Schalke, yet again, Malmo and Espanyol. Got through that well enough. Won the Premier League Cup semi-final. Knockout rounds with Stade Rennais, beat them 2-0 and 5-1. Quarterfinals was 2-0 against Inter and 2-1 against Inter. Then 0-0 away to Juventus. 5-3 at home to Juventus, which is pretty ridiculous. That was a bit of an emotional game there, emotional roller coaster. Got to the final, and this is an insane final. 6-2 versus Barca. Bloody ridiculous this game was. We went 1-0 up through Illich, and no goals got scored until the 47th minute, where Jopi scored to make it 1-1. We then made it 2-1 through Matovic, and then 3 minutes later they made it 2-2. 1 minute later, Illich makes it 3-2. Then Stuart Granger, a new player, made it 4-2. Lipitic made it 5-2. And then Illich, 91st minute, made it 6-2. So we smashed Barca in the final of the Champions League to get another 3 in a row and our 7th Champions League final glory. So that was pretty good. Then we had Euro Super Cup win versus Perugia, who won the Europa League that year. Champions League group of Steaua, Schalke yet again. There's so much repeat. We played Schalke so many times in the group stages, and Shakhtar won the Club World Championship 2-1 versus Flamengo in the last minute actually through Illich. Won the Premier League Cup semi-final. First knockout round was Juventus yet again, 1-1 and 3-0. The quarterfinal was a 3-0 win over Real Madrid and a 4-1 loss away. So we got the away goals there. Champions League semi-final versus Arsenal. First time I've actually played them, I think, since right at the beginning. 0-0 away, 3-0 at home. And then 4 in a row. 1-0 win versus Monaco in the Champions League final. Joel Jones with the goal there. Pretty fantastic. And then that was it this last year. And we've done the friendlies. And then we've got a Euro Super Cup versus Fiorentina. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a big review here. Got 10 years through. If I take you to the Champions League, basically, this is what it looks like. So if we look at past winners, so we won that versus versus Inter. Dortmund lost to Monaco. We lost to Juventus. We won 3 in a row versus Fiorentina, Man City, Monaco. Lost to Benfica, and now we've just got 4 in a row versus Benfica, Ajax, Barca, and Monaco. So we've won 8 Champions League in the last 11 years. We've just turned into complete European dominance. It's fantastic. So that's very good in that sense. But I'll take you through our transfers, actually. I'll take you through the big transfers, basically. So our first year afterwards, we signed quite a few players. We just basically signed lots of players from Eastern Europe whenever we can. Radovic is quite big when he's 28 now. He's been with us for quite a while. He's a good goal scorer for us. So we got him for 275k. We actually sold quite a few people. We sold the likes of... who did we sell? We sold Jan Topic, Kovacic went to Benfica actually. Terakov went to Porto. The year after that, we signed some more Eastern Europeans. We started to pay a bit more for players. We bought this Italian centre-back for 1.9 mil. Bought some Danish players and whatnot. Then we sold more players. We sold Cadella. We sold Tolic for 10 mil. Galabov for 4.5 mil. And sold some other players there. Next year, signed some more Eastern Europeans. Ristovic, we actually paid 2.2 million for Stark. Zivadimic from Partizan. Sold Kero, sold Casido and Foyer. Those sort of work permit people we had to sell. After that, we didn't actually buy anyone, but we sold more people. We sold Sari Thomas to Northampton for 6 mil. He is actually now retired. He's got 96 caps for Wales, 36. He's the assistant manager to Aberystwyth, actually. Played 4 years for Northampton in the Premier League and smashed it for them. We also also sold Dom Čanić for 7.5 million to Rio. He's also now a manager. 81 caps for his country, 9 goals, 36. He played for Rio for 3 years, then went to Lokomotiva in Croatia, then went to Dinamo, and then went to Maccabi Haifa for the last few years. So he had a very, very good career for us. One of our best players, 8 ratings nearly every season. We also sold a few more work permit people and some youngsters coming through. This year here, we signed 2 of our best players I've ever signed, and they were for 100k combined price. Firstly, we got this player Stuart Granger from Sunderland on a free. He's 26. He's on 50k a week now. He's like one of our highest paid players. Look at his stats now. I followed him since he was about 16, 17, and finally they let him go on a free. I don't know why. And he has smashed it for us now. He's one of our best. He was getting bids of 40 or 50 million from Man United and stuff. And then also one of the work permits that actually came off, Ayman Ramadan, for 100k from Zamalek. He is now one of the best right backs in the world. Egyptian, 24. He's got 68 caps for his country at 24. He's on 30k a week, 11.25 mil. Look at the stats there. He smashed it. He went on loan to Ghent, and then his work permit actually got approved because he played enough games for Egypt at about 18, and he's just been fantastic as our right back. He's been just ridiculous. So those are some of the best signings we've had there. We let go of Vincent Day for 2.5 mil. He's retired now. Let go of Taunton to Ipswich. He's 33 now, playing for MK Dons. And just sort of lots of loans and free people leaving. We also signed just another random player. Anyone big going out this year? Not really. 41, 42. We signed another Egyptian, a few more Eastern Europeans. We let go of Veselinovic for 15 mil to Northampton. That was a very good deal by us. He's actually just gone on a free to Midtjylland. Let go of Lee Tomlinson to Chelsea, but he's retired now. We also... No, that was it for the year. Then we signed a Portuguese centre-back called Luis Melo, who looks very, very good. He is very good, basically. He will be a next star centre-back. We actually sold Rangelov, though, to Catania for 8.25 mil. He's 32 now. And we sold Rene Borkovic to Zenit for 20 million. We were actually losing a bit of money, so I thought I'd sell him, seeing as we didn't need him, and Ramadan coming through. So we sold him. Then we signed, look at this, we signed a player for 4 million from Bangor City, of all people. And he is fantastic, Joel Grimshaw. He's another centre-mid, English centre-mid. Somehow, they got him on a free from Liverpool. And literally, the next year, I was like, I have to sign him. I can't let him go because he has to. He played for Bangor and got 7.12 in the league we're in. He is ridiculous. He's played so well since he's come here. And he's still, how old is he now? He's 21, so he's fantastic. We signed a few more people, a few more Eastern Europeans. Let go of Henriksen to Leeds. Thought it was his time to go. Let go of a few more work permit people. Marcianak went out. Then signed a Dutch player. Didn't really let go of anyone big here. And then this year we let go of Petr Licker for 6.5 mil to Brentford. Let go of Milicevic for 7.75 and Jovovic for 4.65, and then Jurek for 3.5 mil. And signed a Frenchman and another Ivory Coastman. So that's the transfers going through it. I'll show you my team now. This is what the team has changed quite a lot now. This is what our first team lineup looks like. So we've got Liam Lloyd still in goal. He's 22. He's a new regen, actually. Oh yeah, I forgot to say he's our new regen. He is a fantastic regen goalkeeper. Got a good report, and he's only 2-star rating, but our keepers haven't been the best in the recent years. But he does pretty good. So we've got Ramadan, a right back, fantastic, only 24. Lukacs now plays centre back, getting on a bit, but he's fantastic. Look at his mental stats are ridiculous. Joel Jones still plays centre back, 26. He's starting to get a bit older though. He's got 87 caps for bloody Wales, though, so he'll definitely break the 100 cap record. Very good. John Richards, who is, he's a regen, came through. He plays at left back at the moment. He's very, very good. I thought he was going to be the next Joel Jones, but he looks like he could be a left back. Jakovic plays centre mid, who we bought from Partizan in 2037-38. Very, very good midfielder. Then we got Granger, of course. Ridiculous. We have Liptic on the right wing, who is he's a Croatian actually. We bought him from Hajduk for 450k. Very good. Balatovic plays attacking playmaker, 28 now. He is ridiculously good. I think we bought him the season we left you for 425k from Partizan. So he is fantastic. Matovic on the left wing as well. He was there before from Partizan. And then Radovic up front at the moment, 28. Not too bad. Ilic is still here. I think he's injured. Look at him. 31 now. He actually retired from international football really early on, like 29. So he's only got 80 caps for his country. Still here. Still playing. Still getting goals every year. He got 28 goals last year. He's insane. So very happy with them. Who else is there that's very, very good in this team? Obviously, Luis Melo, our centre-back. We've got a very good young player coming through there. We've got some very, very good players, basically, in our team. Grimshaw, obviously. Vukovic is a good player as well. But yeah, it's pretty crazy how good our team's become. But yeah, if we look, I'll show you the leagues through the years. Basically, we've won it every year, but it's the sort of who else has come second and stuff that's changed. TNS have generally stayed that second position. Tom Pentra overtook it for a little bit, but went back down. Bangor City and Tom Pentra. Bangor City and Tom Pentra actually go second and third there. TNS get it. But it's basically their flights into Europe. Tom Pentra have been some of the best because they actually got, like, the third place team would always get a Euro Cup group stage point. So they're here. They're actually in the Euro Cup group stages here. So they had ones last year. I think one of the years they got into the knockout rounds of the Euro Cup. I don't know when it was, though. I'm trying to remember. There we go. They got Tom Pentra. They had a Euro Cup group of Napoli, Fenerbahce, and Karpati. They beat Fenerbahce. They beat Karpati. They lost to them again. Lost to Napoli, and then drew with Fenerbahce. But that means they got into the first knockout round. They lost to Sevilla 3-2 at home, and then they beat Sevilla 4-3 away to get into the next round, where they faced Mainz, where they lost 2-1 away, and also unfortunately lost 3-2 at home after they got played. Look at this. They were 2-0 up as well in the last 10 minutes, but they had players sent off for over 60 minutes of the game. So it was really, really cruel of them not to get further in that cup. But the other teams have been doing very, very well. The league has been rising up. We're now 8th in the European rankings. If I show you Europe, the Wales coefficient is 8th, so we're doing very, very well. Me winning the Champions League most years helps a lot out. Qualification places wise, we see we've got one in group, one in the best place, and one in the group stage. So we need to get further up to get anyone else in there, but very, very good. List wise, we're actually 5-star team now worldwide. We're just 6th on the list at the moment. Finances wise, we're 21st. We have 378 million in the bank, which is very good. And then coefficients, we are top of the coefficients by a long way. 140. Our coefficient at the moment is 172 compared to Monaco's 136. So very, very good in that sense. If I show you the club, basically, we've actually started getting affiliates as well. Basically, everything changed when we won that Champions League. So we got Alloa. This is all for sort of youth setup. Alloa, Arras from France, Cliftonville, CSM Valsia from Romania, Kolubara from Serbia, Corona Kielce from Poland, Osasuna from Spain, Preston is still there, and Radniki from Serbia. So in our under-19s, we get a few random nations in. We've got a Brazilian, got a few French players, a few Polish players, Scottish player, Serbian player. So yeah, it's got a lot of youth players at the moment. But yeah, our team, like, everything got changed when we won that Champions League. It's so good for us financially wise. we're sitting on 345 mil. I'll show you why in a way. If you look at Lido, I can take you through our history of like what actually happened, like landmarks wise. So that 2035, where was it? Runners up, European Championship winners. So we won the Super Cup, won the championship, appointed captain, had some things, youth facilities upgraded, more Champions League training facilities, and then we actually got wait, hold on. Yeah, I'll just take that. This is all of it, competitions wise, finance wise. So we actually got taken over by a tycoon last year from Japan. He brought us in, gave us an extra 150 mil, and then withdraw all his funding, so we have to sort of live off that now. Finally, there were so many failed takeover bids, and then finally we actually got done by a tycoon. Facilities wise, after we won the Champions League once or twice, our stadium capacity increased to 5,316. We sold that out. Next year, we sold it out with 7,800. Got upgraded, 10,000. We sold that out. We sold it out to 13,000. Sold that out. We sold it out to 20,000, and then we got it upgraded. And now we are actually building a new stadium. We're building a new stadium. It'll be finished next year, end of next year. And I'm just going to show you what it's going to be called. It's due to move to the 30,000 capacity Moore Stadium on the 22nd of July 2046. I'm going to keep playing this save a little bit more just to get to that so we can play our first game there. So, yeah, they've actually made a stadium and named it after me. But we sell out every game nearly. Like, if you look at our schedule of last year, 20,000. Every home game is 20,000. Every home game, 20,000. 20,000. Just every year we'd sell it out. It'd be ridiculous. It's incredible. Our ticket sales have just skyrocketed. I don't know if they've announced ticket sales this year, but we're up to about 13,000, 14,000. Where we are, 11,000. That's what we're at the moment. So very, very good there. Look at we've got a lot more legends now. Bulatovic is in there, Rangelov, all of them. Facilities wise, we've got fantastic facilities, landmarks, other captain stuff, records basically. I'll show you our records. Ilic has the most goals for the club now. Slavica has the most appearances. Who else is here? Slavica is the oldest goal scorer at 35. He's actually retired now. He retired as one of our first players to retire with us. 271 appearances, 208 goals. Incredible from him. Look at this. The attendances. We had 38,000 because we played in the Millennium Stadium, I think, and we had 38,700 come to a game. We sell out just all of our things. We've broken all the records for like the Welsh Prem. Like if you look at the records for Welsh Prem attendances, we're always the highest attendance. We've broken the records for like highest average attendance, 20,000. Like every home game we had in the year was 20,000. Every game was a sellout. We've been like Welsh Cup. We break it every year. It's always full capacity. We've won it 28 times. It's pretty incredible what's happened to the team now. I think otherwise, what other like Ilic? Look at Ilic. He's ridiculous. He is. Actually, if I show you the Welsh Prem awards wise, so we got lots of Lido players winning Player of the Year. We had Licker, Ilic, Henriksen, Radovic, Bulatovic, Ilic. Granger just won it now. Team of the Seasons, top goal scorers. We've actually got other players coming in. Look at this. Barbados players, Italian players. They're actually buying players. Like the teams are buying players for millions from each other and like actual lots of money. So it's very good here. And actually starting to get good players like Balav, Cole Murray. He's a very good player. He's worth 3.1 million playing for Ireland. It's pretty insane how much has changed in this league now in 10 years. I'll show you the best 11. That's the original best 11 there. So, overall best 11. This is it as it stands after, how many years has this been? 27 years? No, not 27 years, longer than that. 32 years, something like that. Yeah, something like 31 years maybe. So we've got Vincent Day in goal, 314 total appearances, 7.16 average rating. Lukacs at right back, 290 appearances, 30 goals. Rene Borkovic at centre back, 285 appearances, 10 goals, 7.77. Toni Kovacic, 253 appearances. Kristic, 274 appearances. Bulatovic is there in centre mid, 300 appearances, 99 goals, 7.77. average rating. Henriksen is there also, 287 appearances, 41 goals. Slavica's ridiculous, 496 appearances, 345 goals, 7.9 rating there. Tomlinson, 297 appearances, 67 goals. Domčanić, obviously there, 285 appearances, 167 goals. Ilic, 470 appearances. He'll probably overtake Slavica this season. 459 goals, 7.73. You've got Scantlebury on the bench with 270. Joel Jones is making his way out. He's got 244 appearances, 40 goals. Josh Grant's still there, actually, 276 appearances there. Maurice is still there, 249 appearances, 256 goals. Radovic has made it onto there. He is a player that played very well for us through the years and made his way into the list. 287 appearances, 240 goals. Lick is still there, 266 appearances and 7 goals. And Sean Miller, of all people, is still on this list. 239 appearances, 231 goals. It is pretty... If I click on where are they now, we'll have a look at it. So 7 members are retired. Everyone else is still playing. Borkovic is playing for Zenit. Henriksen's at Leeds. Licker's at Brentford. Kristic plays for Swindon. Kovacic is at FC Luzern, and the rest have retired. So it's been ridiculously good. I can't believe it. I'll also, before I go, wanted to show you, this has been a very long episode, but award winners. Look at that. World Golden Ball, Brade Bulatovic. An Afan Lido player has won the Golden Ball. 41 appearances, 13 goals, 21 assists, voting points of 278, 8.03 average rating. World Player of the Year, Bulatovic. World Team of the Year, Bulatovic and Granger. So, the World Golden Ball, and the year before that, I think, Stuart Granger came 3rd in the World Golden Ball and 3rd in the World Player of the Year. So, and then Team of the Year throughout the years. Bulatovic and Granger made on that. Granger made it on the year before. I think that was it. But we've had a player win Player of the Year, World Player of the Year. It's insane. I can't believe it. It's just ridiculous. It just came out of nowhere. I'm like, holy shit, he's won World Player of the Year. It's just crazy. If I look at awards actually for this, Brian Smith is tearing out for Tottenham still, but Joel Jones is there, obviously. He's won another one there. Young Football of the Year, there's a few players, like real players go there. Joel Jones still wins that, but Liam Lloyd's on there now, occasionally. It's different Liam Lloyd, but the league is just full of our players, and they're getting very good. Like, if you look through the players, like, and the values-wise, 2.4 million for Bangor City. Barry, obviously, got promoted, they can't do it. There's 115k, 2 for 25k, 600k, 130k, 850k, and then you get to TNS, 4.7 mil. They're selling players for big money. Tom Pentra at 1.5 mil. ABBA 1.2 mil. It's all pretty amazing. So if you want me to go through individual seasons, I have all the saves to them, so you can ask that. This has gone on for a long time, but yeah, this has been Afan Lido for FM15, sorry, and this has been Alex. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.